Do you know what are the 14 things that poor people waste their money on according to Warren Buffett? This question isn't just a random thought. It comes from one of the wealthiest and most successful investors in the world, Warren Buffett. He's known for his financial acumen and his ability to build wealth over the long term. And now he's sharing some of his wisdom with us, shedding light on habits that could be hindering our financial growth. So let's dive into the 14 money-wasting habits that Warren Buffett warns against. The first thing that poor people often waste their money on, according to Buffett, is credit card debt. It's like a snake in the grass, silently lurking and waiting to strike. You swipe, you buy, and before you know it, you're in the red, paying hefty interest rates that are more of a trap than a convenience. Next, we have unnecessary spending. It's the siren call of those impulse buys at the checkout line, the lure of the sale sign, the temptation of the buy one get one free deal. But remember, a deal is only a deal if you actually need the item in the first place. Then there are expensive social activities. Sure, that fancy brunch or the VIP concert ticket can be fun, but they can also be a drain on your wallet. Remember, the best things in life aren't things, they're experiences, and they don't always come with a hefty price tag. Fourth on the list is flashy tech. It's easy to get caught up in the latest gadget or the newest phone model. But do we really need all those bells and whistles? Often, functional tech serves us just as well, without emptying our pockets. Next up, trendy clothes. Fashion is fickle, and what's in today can be out tomorrow. Instead of falling for the trend trap, opt for classic, timeless pieces that won't go out of style and will last you much longer. The sixth habit is buying new cars. It's a known fact that cars depreciate the moment they leave the lot. So why not opt for a pre-owned car that's just as functional and a fraction of the cost? Finally, we have unused gym memberships. We've all been there, signing up for that gym membership in a burst of New Year's resolution enthusiasm. But how often do we actually use it? Instead, consider more budget-friendly fitness options, like outdoor workouts or home exercises. These are just the first 7 habits. Let's move on to the rest. The 8th habit that Buffett warns against is excessive subscription services. It's easy to fall into the trap of signing up for multiple streaming platforms, fitness apps, or even gourmet coffee delivery services. However, these monthly fees can quickly pile up, eating into your budget without you even noticing. Next up, we have unnecessary skincare products. Buffett suggests that often we are lured into buying expensive creams, serums, and treatments that promise miraculous results. But in reality, a simple and affordable skincare routine can be just as effective. Now let's talk about socializing. Sure, it's fun to go out for fancy dinners or attend high-end events, but Buffett advises us to find budget-friendly alternatives. Hosting a potluck dinner, going for a picnic, or even a game night at home can be just as enjoyable, without burning a hole in your pocket. Onto some serious stuff. Gambling and smoking. These are not just detrimental to your health, but also to your wallet. The money spent on lottery tickets or packs of cigarettes could be invested wisely for better returns. Speaking of investments, Buffett emphasizes the importance of investing in oneself. This could be through education, learning a new skill, or even picking up a hobby. Remember, the more you grow, the more your wealth grows. Finally, we arrive at the last habit, not making informed decisions. Buffett urges us to do our homework before making any financial decisions. This could be as simple as comparing prices before buying a product, or as complex as understanding the market trends before investing. These are all the 14 habits that Buffett believes poor people waste their money on. Now that we know what not to do, what does Buffett suggest we do instead? Warren Buffett, a name synonymous with smart investing, has a few golden nuggets of advice. First and foremost, he emphasizes the importance of investing in oneself. This is not limited to financial investments, but extends to education and skills. As Buffett suggests, the more you learn, the more you earn. By constantly upgrading our knowledge and skills, we are essentially future-proofing ourselves, increasing our earning potential, and decreasing our chances of financial instability. Buffett also advises us to choose functionality over flash. When it comes to technology, it's easy to get drawn to the latest gadgets with all their bells and whistles. But at the end of the day, it's the functionality that matters. Opting for devices that serve our needs, rather than being the newest on the market, can save us a considerable amount of money. Clothing is another area where Buffett urges us to choose wisely. Opting for classic clothes that won't go out of style is not only a fashion-forward decision, but also a financially smart one. In a similar vein, Buffett suggests buying pre-owned cars, a functional machine that gets you from point A to point B, rather than a flashy status symbol. Socializing doesn't have to be a drain on our wallets either. Buffett promotes budget-friendly alternatives for socializing, suggesting that good company and meaningful conversations don't necessarily require a hefty price tag. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, Buffett stresses the need for making informed decisions. This means doing our homework before making any financial decisions, be it an investment, a purchase, or even a subscription. By following Buffett's advice, we can avoid these money-wasting habits and achieve long-term wealth. Remember, it's not about how much you earn, but how much you keep. And with these tips from Buffett, we're well on our way to keeping more and wasting less. In conclusion, avoiding these 14 habits can help us manage our finances better. Let's quickly run through them again. Investing in oneself through education and skills is key. It's better to steer clear of credit card debt, unnecessary spending, and pricey social activities. Opt for functional tech over flashy gadgets, choose classic clothes instead of trendy ones, and consider buying pre-owned cars. Unused gym memberships, excessive subscription services, and non-essential skincare products are often money drains. And of course, always choose budget-friendly alternatives for socializing. Lastly, be cautious of gambling and smoking, as they can have detrimental effects on both your health and your wallet. These nuggets of wisdom from Warren Buffett are not just about cutting costs, but about cultivating a mindset that prioritizes financial well-being. It's about understanding the value of money, making informed decisions, and planning for the future. Financial management is not a luxury but a necessity. It's about setting ourselves up for long-term wealth and stability. $1 saved today could be worth much more tomorrow, given the power of compound interest. So let's take a leaf out of Buffett's book and aim to be not just richer, but wiser. After all, wealth isn't just about having lots of money. It's about having lots of options. Remember, it's not about how much money you make, but how much you keep. Now that you know these habits and advice, what will you do with this knowledge? It's time to take a leaf out of Warren Buffett's book. Let's take a moment to consider the power of the advice you've just heard. It's not just a list of do's and don'ts from a successful investor, but a roadmap to a financially secure future. Imagine the freedom that comes with being debt-free. Think of the relief of knowing that your hard-earned money is working for you, not against you. Picture a life where you're not just surviving paycheck to paycheck, but thriving. This is the potential that lies in implementing Buffett's advice. Now, let's consider the alternative. Ignoring this advice might seem easy, like taking the path of least resistance. But remember, the road paved with credit card debt, unnecessary spending, and expensive social activities often leads to financial stress and insecurity. It's a path where your money controls you, not the other way around. But it doesn't have to be this way. You have the power to change your financial trajectory. It starts with small steps, buying functional tech over flashy gadgets, opting for classic clothes over fast fashion, choosing budget-friendly socializing options over expensive outings. It's about investing in yourself through education and skills, not unused gym memberships or excessive subscription services. Remember, every dollar you save is a dollar you can invest in your future. And as Buffett himself has shown, the compound interest on those investments can lead to significant wealth in the long run. So what's stopping you? It's time to take action. Start today. Review your spending habits. Identify areas where you can make changes and start making those changes. It might be challenging at first, but remember, the journey to financial freedom is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't just know these habits and advice, live them. Your financial future depends on it.